Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be baking some brownies, but not the usual ones. I'm gonna do a recipe that involves black beans. Yes, I know, not that common, but actually pretty good because I've tried it once already, and it really does make a good dessert, and it really tastes like brownies and not really like black beans because black beans have a special taste by themselves. So yes, that's what I'm gonna do today. And here are my main ingredients that I'll be using. For the main elements, there are 3 eggs. Then there is 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Next is a 1/4 of a cup of canola oil. There's also 1/2 a cup of cocoa powder. And the main ingredient, of course, is black beans. So I used a whole can, which is about 540 millimeters, I think that's what it said on the can. Hi guys, so I'm gonna be using a camera right over here to help me with the stability, because with this you have an overview angle of actually what I'm doing. So I will start by doing a puree, if that's what you call it, with the black beans. And yes, I am wearing, indeed, an apron because I am the queen of dirtying myself. So it's just a safety net to be sure that nothing bad happens here. And yes, I'll get started now. So I just forgot to mention this, but you actually have to start the oven before you start the recipe. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So you do the bake button and you have to put it at like 350 already. So, and you just start it so it can preheat while you're doing the recipe, so it's ready when you're done preparing the brownies. So guys, the first step towards making the brownies is actually to do, as I said before, a puree, compote, or something like that. You know what I mean, with the black beans. So that is what I am gonna do. So you put all of them in a mixer or something that can help shred them into the puree. So yes, that's pretty much what I'll have to do. I'm gonna try to not make a mess with this because I usually do a mess with this. So yes. So this is how I start. And of course, at first it's gonna get stuck a few times, but that's just normal because it's really thick, so it doesn't like spin right. So usually what I do to help it a little is I use water. I can use up to a cup, but it's not always necessary. It really depends on the time. So I'm gonna put a bit of it first, just to make sure that there's a bit of liquid in there. It's not actually written in the recipe that you have to do this, but I just found that over time it's easier to do it this way. And don't forget to put the lid on because it can get messy if you don't. So I closed it. So this is what the puree should look like. It's still there. You can still see it's not totally like done, but with the rest of the ingredients in, it's gonna just be fine. So yes, I used a bit of water. I think I used about 1/2 a cup or maybe a little less. So that's pretty the consistency you want at this point. Next up, we're gonna add the eggs. You can see it. It's the egg. 3 eggs. After the 3 eggs, we're gonna add the sugar. quite a bit of sugar. I don't really like to use that much sugar, but one thing I noticed that you can do with this recipe is you can change the white sugar for other kinds of sugar that are maybe better for yourselves. So there is honey. Honey is a good sugar to use, and also maple syrup, because yes, I am Canadian, and in Canada we use a lot of maple syrup for stuff, I don't know, for cooking. Yeah. So I would recommend to use those if you don't actually want to use white sugar. So next up is oil. The oil in. And afterwards there is the cocoa powder. And finally you put a little bit of vanilla extract just to like give it that nice taste. Yep, that's how I do it. So you once again start the mixer, and it's gonna really make everything come together, and you may have to use a little bit more water if you see like it's too thick. Let's do this. Just gonna check on it to like look at the sides, see if there's nothing stuck to it, and actually there is a bit of black beans on the side. So you just take it off and put it like in the mix so it can like be part of something, not be left out. That was kind of sad to say. And I don't know if you can see it from this far, but before it was like kind of a violet color or purple, as normal people would say, and now it's kind of a brownish color. So it's what we're looking for once again. Just gonna mix it one last time. So this much is enough. Now it's all liquid, mostly, yeah. And it's ready to go in the oven. So this is the consistency we're looking for at the end, and the color also, it's brown. So that is the mix of the brownies once it's all done. It's really easy, as you can see. We just put everything together and it's done. This is what brownie should look like back now. As you can see, it's real pretty and real shiny. And so it's gonna go in the oven. Yep. And it's gonna cook for I think it's 30 minutes, but I'm not quite sure. So get prepared. Put this in the oven. Here they are, ready to be baked. Yep. Why did I say baked? I don't really know. I think I was talking like to the chocolate chips or something. Here it is, the brownie. The big, huge brownie. Yeah. So it's gonna go in the oven and cook for 30 minutes. So it says that my brownies are ready. I am gonna check in. Wow, look at this. Oh, there's a heat wave. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna get them out and then show them to you again, okay? So, see you in a few seconds. Look at this. Just sweetness, you know? Wow, it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna cut some pieces and give some to my family because later I'm having a dinner with all of them. So, I think they're gonna like it very much, and I am gonna like it very much. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, just write me a comment and I will answer the best that I can. I will put down below the recipe, everything that you need for it also. It's really not that complicated, so if you have like extra free time or something, you can try it and you'll see it's really good. It's really a lovely dessert, yeah. So have a great day. I hope wherever you are, you're having a great day today, and I really enjoyed this time with you. So until next time, good day, and I love you all.